Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another review. Today I've got an absolute blockbuster fragrance, one of the most finest compliment magnets in my collection, which I've added recently. Costume National Soul. My God, this is a good fragrance, guys. So this came out in 2015. Dominique Ropion is the parfumeur. He's done YSL La Nuit de l'Homme, one of the most amazingly appreciated lady killers. This one is a lady killer as well. Now, I've put two sprays. I've got two at the top of my hand, which is probably about 10 hours old. So I started to review bright amber fragrances. I did a YouTube exclusive. This one, it's called Vetiver Ambrato by Boa 1920. This is proper, opulent, rich amber, beautiful amber with labdanum and with vetiver. This is absolutely stunning. Very rich. Now, this is another bright amber. They don't smell alike, but I just wanted to mention that this is a bright amber. I really like bright amber fragrances. So, how does it start off? It starts off like a superstar. Imagine a very gregarious person, very, very jovial person. The kind of person who enters a room and lights it up. That's how this fragrance starts off. It's an absolute stunning, bright, radiant, lovely, warm, just amazing opening, yeah? And it's amber, vanilla, cardamom, three things. But it's also got a lot of oud. If you spray it on your shirt, on your jacket or shirt, it really, you'll feel that chili flake-like woody smell. No skank, but I don't get it when I spray it on my skin. Now, I did a bit of research. So, this has got amber, which is basically shown as ambergris. Now, you know that amber is a fantasy note created by a mix of, I think, labdanum, benzoin, and vanilla. Sometimes only vanilla and labdanum. That's the amber, the smoky amber, the eastern amber. This doesn't smell like that. So I did some research and tried to figure out, because this has really got me. It's got silky smoothness and warmness, no smoky. It doesn't overpower you. So, amberline is a compound which matches the description of what I'm smelling. So basically, amberline is a long strand compound from which ambroxan is derived. I'll put a picture up. Now, ambroxan and amberline are connected, and amberline has this smell which emulates the smell of ambergris. Amberline has this beautiful smell of salty, skin-like smell, warmth, and it has this undertone of tobacco, which I get. I get everything here. And it's buttery. It's this butteriness, this radiant butteriness is what I'm getting. So imagine that scent combined with a very aromatic cardamom, beautifully blended fragrance as well, with an outstanding vanilla, very vibrant, very aromatic vanilla, which is not sweet, thankfully, when it starts. And along with that, this freshness and lemoniness. The freshness comes from pepper and lemoniness from bergamot. It's a beautiful, bright, radiant, fresh amber. Very aromatic and full on. Yeah? Lovely. Just amazing. In the middle stages, the vanilla takes a sweet turn, which is not my favorite. I don't like sweet vanilla. It takes a sweet turn, but it also brings in a little burnt out sort of a element, just like creme brulee, just like smelling creme brulee. You get that bit of vanilla. Along with that, the fragrance also becomes a little bit more radiant and fiery, as if they've added more pepper to it. It's more fiery. It's like, the best example I can give you is bonfire night. You know, if you're looking at bonfire against the evening background, you know, the glowing of the fire, the glow of the fire. This is how this fragrance reminds me of. It's got this beautiful radiance to it. Harmless, but beautiful, captivating. That's how the fragrance develops. In the late stages, in the proper dry down, the fragrance still has this warmth, but it has this, brings in this leathery texture. Yeah, and hint of tobacco and a little hint of soapiness. There's patchouli in this fragrance that brings in a little cleanliness. It's cleaner than how it starts. There's no animalic aspect anyways, but there are two animalic notes here. One is ambergris and one is oud, but I don't get any animalic notes here. Fragrance is just beautifully composed, absolutely stunning, very, very exciting. Amazing, actually. This is a great fragrance. So, upsides and downsides. Number one upside, huge compliment magnet. Now, I've worn this in public 3 or 4 times. Once I was followed by a woman, I told you about that. I was vegetable shopping and she was dressed proper, She was not dressed for vegetable shopping. She was proper, very well, very good looking and very well kept. And she was basically following me. And our paths must have crossed at least 4 or 5 times. Now, today I was wearing this to work. Put one spray at the back of the neck, 2 on my hands and 2 on my jacket. I was wearing the jacket and we were sat lunchtime, we were just chatting, when this lady who I know from a different department, she's a senior manager, she came and sort of was passing by, just came to say hello. So obviously she came and said, why and how do you manage to smell so good at all times? I was like, really? Thank you. And she was insisting that I tell her what it was. She was expecting me to say that. I normally tell them what it is. This time I didn't. And I said, oh, it must be the scent of my soul, I have got a very aromatic soul. She didn't like that answer. She gave me that look. Please tell me. I didn't. I just don't want the whole office to smell like me. And this is my little secret. So this compliment factor, and this will make people jealous because you will smell better than most in the room. I'm promising you. So this compliment factor is huge. The second is this pull value. I've seen this many times now, 3 or 4 times. People really, because it smells so beautiful, people really get drawn to you. So you can imagine wearing this to a date or a clubbing event or even to office. You will really get people's attention. Massive pull value. This fragrance has got tremendous pull value. Third one is the performance. Outstanding performance. I get about 7 to 8 hours, out of which I get about 5 to 6 hours of projection. 7 to 8 hours is conservative. I'm just talking about 4 sprays. If I put 4 sprays on my shirt, which I've done before on my winter jacket, I can still smell it from about 1 week ago. So tremendous longevity, tremendous projection, very good projection, solid projection, and terrific sillage. If you put it under your shirt, you'll smell it all day. It just wafts out. Terrific, very well made scent. Now, Mr. Ropion has really, really created a masterpiece here. The fourth positive side of the fragrance is the construction side of it. So well composed, it's beautifully blended. You won't be able to, pick and choose by saying this is now I'm smelling vanilla, now I'm smelling amberline or ambergris or whatever you want to call it. Now I'm smelling bergamot. It's not going to happen. It's very well blended. You have to sit down and think about it and just analyze it and just take your time with it. Just try and understand. It took me a lot of time. So very, very well constructed, very well made fragrance, tremendously well made. So those are the 4 upsides. Downsides, it's a unisex fragrance. I can't see any woman not liking it. I can't see any man not liking it. In the middle stages, there was a second downside. In the middle stages, there's a little sweetness that came and it keeps coming, but it disappears after about 2 hours. That's what I've noted. So that sweetness was a bit of a spanner in the works. There's no place for that sweetness in this fragrance, in my opinion. The vanilla is making it sweet. It's not sweet, it's a very tangy, spicy, fresh amber. So that sweetness came in and really disturbed me for a couple of times, I didn't like that sweetness. So that's the downside. If you don't like sweetness, that could bother you. But most people like sweet fragrances, so what the hell, So those are 2 downsides. Occasions, I would say you can wear this to any occasion. The only occasion I can think of when you shouldn't wear this is when you don't want somebody to be jealous of you. Yeah. So you're going for an interview and you wear this, the interviewer will smell far inferior than you, right? So if you don't want to make people feel inferior than you, don't wear it. So any other occasion, I wore this to work, I've worn it in evening occasions. This is pretty cold out here at the moment. And it smells outstanding. So any occasion, seasons, cold seasons. Autumn, I have not tested it, but I can guess this will not work in hot weather. In cold weather, it projects like proper. So why would you want to wear this in summer? It will really stifle you. So cold weather would be ideal for this one. Age groups. This fragrance is such ageless. You put this on a 20-year-old guy, he will pull. If he's in the market, he will pull. Right? Women are going to love him for that. If you're a 50-year-old gentleman and you wear this, everybody's going to be impressed by your style statement. This is a proper stylish fragrance. So any age group, It'll suit any age group. I think I've covered every aspect, haven't I? Price points. So, guys, this is not widely available here. It was released for the Middle Eastern market. It's very widely available in the Middle East. I've spoken to one of my friends who lives in Kenya. He says this is very easily available in Africa. Try here in the UK. Extremely difficult to get hold of. I've searched, and I'll put a link in my description. It's available on Amazon for £93, 100 ml. I've searched everywhere. Couldn't get it for anything less. If you do, let us know. And if you buy using that link on Amazon, I get a little bit of a percentage. If you don't mind, go ahead. But I'll put it on the link. So £93 for 100 ml. Bearing in mind the scent is so good. I'll put this at the same pedestal as Dior Parfum, Sauvage Parfum, Bleu de Chanel Parfum. The kind of pull value those scents have and the quality of those scents, I'll put it there. So it doesn't look like a bad value for money, although it sounds a bit expensive. 93 out of 100 ml, you can get it for half the price outside of UK. So, I think I've covered everything. I think it's a good value for money, but still, you know, it could be better. So, marks out of 10. I was going to give it a 10 out of 10, but I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Reason? That sweetness sometimes, which, you know, keeps popping its head, really isn't going to make things good for this fragrance. It really feels out of place. This is not a sweet fragrance. It is tangy, bright, vibrant, full-bodied. What's sweetness doing there? So that's the reason I'm taking one mark out, 9 out of 10. Hope you like the review, fellas. Take care. Bye-bye.